Hi everyone, I'm Joe. I've been asked by Screwfix to test and review the new Dewalt multi-tool. Just before I go into detail about it, I'll just tell you a bit about myself. I'm a carpenter and I've been for a number of years. I'm always on the lookout for new tools that are going to make my life easier. So I work on site mainly, sometimes in workshops, so these are becoming really useful on site now. So just tell you a bit about it. So the model is the DWE315KT. I've got the 110 model here because obviously I need a 110 version to be allowed on site safely. There is other versions available. They do 240 version, and there is also a cordless version of a similar model. But back to this version. It comes in a Dewalt's brilliant box. I think the boxes are really good actually. I mean, I've got various branded tools, Makita, Festool, Bosch. I've used quite a lot. All my tools aren't all the same brand, so I'd like to add. So yeah, the box, it's one of Dewalt's stackable boxes, so you can stack, if you've got any other boxes the same, they all stack together. You can also get a trolley for them, which is really handy. It's got a handle on the top and the side, which I do like actually, just for ease when you're picking it up or carrying it about or taking it out of the van. So inside, this kit contains quite a lot actually. The triangular sanding attachment. With 25 assorted different grit sandpapers to go with that. It also comes with a 31mm wood cutter. Fast cutting blade. It comes with a 9.5mm fast cutting blade for wood. It also comes with a wood with nails blade, which is always handy when you're doing a bit of demolition work. Don't want to blunt your nice wood blades. It comes with a scraper blade. Again, as it sounds really, it's really handy for remove silicone around a shower tray. That's a knife. It just makes light work of it. And also paint and stuff like that, stripping paint. This is the 100mm semicircle multi-blade. So you can use that for various stuff. They've also got a grout removal tool, which is again, if you're trying to get a tile out the wall and you don't know where to start, you can just go around, work around all the grout, and then it allows you to release the tile. So that's really handy. It's also, Dewalt have a dust extraction system that attaches to the multi-tool, which is actually really good because they don't all have these. So it simply screws to the side with the Allen key provided. That's an optional that I've screwed on. I'll tell you about that later. So you can screw that straight there, which directly fits to the sanding attachment, so it takes anything away. And also, if you add this little function, when you've just got a normal cutter in, it can take any dust away from that as well, which I thought was quite a good design. So that's the extraction. So also got, back to this little device that I was saying about, It also has a roller guide and depth stop. So this is pretty good. I've used it a few times. So if I just quickly put a blade in for you, just to demonstrate. So if you say you want to cut through a plasterboard wall, put a socket in, this little guide will fit in here. If I wind it out enough, I'll put it in the right way around, there we go. So you tighten that up to your desired gap. So say plasterboard, I don't want to go in any more than say 12.5 to 15 mil. So if I just set it there as rough, I'm cutting in the wall, and that will not go any further. The wall will touch that, so it won't go any further than I allow it. So for that reason, if you're cutting through the wall and there's a cable behind it, or you're not sure, maybe a pipe, then it's just safe. Your tool's not going to go away with you and go through the wall. So that's quite a good function. And also the same adapter allows you to do a roller cutting guide. So I'll just tighten that. If I'm, say, cutting the bottom of a frame, or just trimming a little bit off the corner of a door, and I want it to be a nice flat line, 20 mil off the floor, so I just roll the floors here, so you just carry on rolling, and it just keeps it on the deck for you and allows you to do a nicer cut line rather than waving about depending on the material. So that's pretty good. There's also lots of different ways that they'll fit depending on the angle of cut, so it's really useful. Right, so I think that's covered all the blades. I'll just say actually, in the top of you see that in the top of the box, there's a label that Dewalt have kindly put in here that tells you in whatever situation you need a blade to cut: carpet, metal, roofing, foam, tiles. If you go down the list, it'll tell you what blade you need or which blade in the box, which I think is really good, especially when you don't know what it is and you're trying to Google it, just wasting time. So it's really good. Right. So Dewalt have come up with their fast change blading system, which is brilliant, if I might add. I've used it for 4 weeks on site. So you just pull the trigger. So there's no need for undoing a bolt or any pins to lose, which is brilliant, because if you're 10 metres up a scaffold just trimming something off, the last thing you want to do is drop the bolt, never to be seen again. So you can't use the tool, don't want that. So that's the shape of the fitting, so you can see it just locates in here. So you just pull the trigger down, slip it in, let go, as easy as that. So it's so fast, I can change them in a matter of seconds. Put it in the right way around, there you go. So, and it can also be put at different angles, which is handy as well. So if you can't get the machine in, you can turn the blade to where you want, turn it sideways, go this way. So it's really good for every eventuality. The 100mm blade, they all fit the same. Again, just slots in. Sanding function. So that slots in again as well. You can turn it round, but if you turn it around, that means that the dust extraction system doesn't locate in the hole if it's turned from 90 degrees. But just to add. So that's all the stuff that's in the box. Again, it comes with obviously your instructions, and also comes with a slip of paper to tell you what every individual part is, because you lose any or break some, so you can replace, which is handy. So yeah, I really like the Dewalt boxes. They've got nice foam inserts, everything's as it should. Oh, I nearly forgot. So Dewalt have their own blade system. Obviously, you might well know there's lots of other blades out there, so they will not fit to the Dewalt blade changing system. So they've kindly given you a bolt and a washer. So if you happen to buy a universal blade or a Bosch blade, or you have blades already, it will fit to the bottom of there, and you can tighten it in like this. It's good that that option's available and you're not narrowed down to just buying a Dewalt part, but as I said before, if you're that 10 metres up on the scaffold and you lose that pin, then that's gonna ruin your morning. So that's the only quibble really. It's good that they do it, but it's a shame they couldn't have incorporated it into their quick release system somehow. back. Right, so just put that over there for a minute. So that's the box, that's the quick release system explained. You'll also see attached to this video there'll be clips of me working on site. I've used the sanding function, the cutting function, I've been cutting sockets out of ply, so I've given it a really good test for over the last 4 weeks, and I really like it actually. It's one of those things that you don't think you need one until you've got one, and now I've got one, I probably couldn't do without it. It's just every day you find something that you can use for it, cutting this off, cutting that off, something that you just use a little handsaw for normally, or carry something round to chisel off. It just makes light work of anything. So I'm still finding every day I'm thinking, oh, I'll use the multi-tool for that. So here we are, this is the body. The body's actually really comfortable. It's just like the Dewalt impact drivers. It just feels really ergonomic. It's also got a lock feature, so you can lock it on. But I think the good feature, a lot of the multi-tools, they have a variable speed dial. So it's like a grinder, it's either on or off, which to some people it might be really good because they can just turn it on, change the speed, and they don't have to worry about the handle. But Dewalt have incorporated a variable speed into their trigger, so you can slowly release it all the way up to fully on. But also, what I really like is the fact that you can also push the trigger anywhere. So it's not just I have to hold it here and I have to pull it like that, like circular saw for example. It's anywhere, and because of the versatility of the tool itself, if I'm upside down cutting stuff, I can just, if I'm just be able to hold it here, reach in into funny places, I can just feather the paddle there. So it's just anywhere, any hand, any direction. So it's just really handy for what it is. So I think that's that. It's also got a work light. I don't know if you can see that. So the work light only comes on when you pull the trigger. So it's a good work light. It's a shame it can't stay on for longer. Like some drills, you just pull the trigger and they stay on for a few seconds, just to it's sort of flashing if you want to go on and off feather the paddle there. But it's nothing major at all. So that's it. It feels really good. I think Screwfix are selling these at the moment for £179.99 including VAT. That's the 110 version I've got. They also sell the 240, and you can get a battery version of it. It's very similar. It's pretty much the same model, just a different case and different body. So they're various prices, but I think they do what I've done really well. It's definitely up there with all the others. Like I say, I really like the feel of it. I felt some before, and they just feel like a cylinder. You can't grab it very easily. It feels. But I love the fact that they've designed it so ergonomically with nice rubber, so you can't slip. And I think that's everything on the tool. Said about the lock feature. It's got. You might not think about it, but it's got a really good length cable, which I think on site is a really important thing to have. The cable always seems to be short, and some machines they only give you, like say, a metre of cable, which it isn't going to help anyone. This has probably got say a good 2.5 metres, which is really good for cable length. So that's it. So like I said before, I've used this for the last 4 weeks. You see some of the part videos I've done. I'd really recommend this to anyone who wants to try it out, even DIY or the professional. It's stood the test of time for 4 weeks. So my favourite part is the fast blade changing. So yeah, it's one of those. I couldn't do without it now, really. It's definitely going to be with me. One of my 3 things I take out my van: my drill, my bag of tools, and this is definitely a contender with that. So yeah, brilliant. It's good value for money. Everything's in the box that you need. Dewalt made it really easy for you to get new blades, new parts. Lovely ergonomic handle, and it just makes light work of anything. Speeds up, so everything's done quicker, and time is money. So brilliant, yeah. Oh, and also forgot to say it's got a really good powerful motor at 300 watt. So it's definitely got all the power you need to do any job.